Hey there. Sometimes it's the little things that matter. Snowman socks on a late November day. Little peppermint mocha in my coffee. Let me have a sip. Oh. Good morning to you, Keith. How are you? It's a big day for me. Just got out of the shower, put on a collared shirt, want to look all pretty. Don't know if I was thinking about while I'm in the shower. The one thing, hey, thank you so much for following the host, Shelly. I so appreciate when people, you've been working a lot, Keith? I so appreciate when people follow the host. I've been on here just over a year. I really enjoy this platform. Hello, B-Love. Hello, Gazelia. Hello, Itowal. I'm going to turn this over so I can see who's coming. Hello, Jordan Good. Hello, Eric. I love when people call me Bruce Willis. I say that every time. Good morning to you, John Bradley. People call me Bruce Willis. And I thought for a second, I paused and I go, do I have a man crush on Bruce Willis? And I'd say no, not at all. He's just a regular guy. Hey, Jane, for you too. Thank you. Thank you, Reg, for calling me a handsome man. Bruce Willis is just a super regular guy that became a action hero in the 80s and 90s and 2000s still. And but he's a guy I like a lot because he's regular. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone with their endlessly ripped muscles or, his size and build and look. And he went bald. It's all kind of normal. Good morning, Elvira from Texas. But he's a regular guy. I did a video the other day on a man crush I have on Mark Wahlberg. If you guys care. I think it's kind of funny. I think Mark Wahlberg's the full package. I really do. You are in a lot of health. Yeah, no, I feel bad. Apparently Bruce Willis isn't doing too well. Bruce Willis isn't doing too well. And, I don't know if it's Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever. But it's a horrible. My mother died of Alzheimer's a few years ago. And it's kind of a horrible thing to watch. And watching somebody's brain and body degenerate so quickly. Good morning, kitty cat. Thank you for joining. So quickly going from a genius woman like my mom almost was to unable to speak or barely move within 10 years was weird to watch. And I know it's part of life. It's part of aging. And it's part of, life. And in some ways, I was talking to a buddy about it. By the way, my name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. It is a town of about 150,000 people, 35 miles west of Chicago, for people that don't know. Hello from Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is a show I've been doing a long time. It's about me talking and sharing some stuff that's on my mind and on my heart and in my soul about some things I'm going through and the ups and downs we have. But for those that have been watching a while, good morning, Miami from Pensacola, Florida. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And I have about a quarter cup left, but I got a couple more cups left in my pot in the kitchen, which I'll go get shortly. But before I do, let's have a toast to us. Cheers to us. Oh. Again, when I started the show, I was putting on my seasonal snowman socks, and I have my seasonal peppermint mocha. Matthew, thank you so much for following the host. I have my seasonal peppermint mocha coffee, and I think I needed a little boost today, and I don't mean the caffeine boost, which I get every morning. Good morning, Ashley. I want to go fill up my cup. Let's come in here. I'm going to do a quick scan. I like to show you where I'm at. Again, I'm from Naperville, Illinois. I live in a tiny little 2-bedroom, 1-bath ranch home in Naperville. Show you what I'm looking at outside, if you can see it. Quiet little end of the street. It's a perfect little home for me and my dog Holly, who is right there. Can you see her? I hope you can. She likes doing the show because she knows when I talk to my phone, I pet her an awful lot. Good morning. Thank you, kitty cat. Yeah, I can't wait. I just moved in here in June. Separated from my wife, so moved to the other side of town. And I looked, I just rent the home, by the way. Separated. And I just rent the home, and it's a really hard, I'm a realtor, I've been a realtor for 17 years, but I think I'm going in another direction. It's a really hard market to buy or even rent a home, and has been for a long time, all year, maybe 2 years. And homes are selling really quickly, and there's very little inventory out there, and it seems like there's more humans than homes. I don't think that's the case. I think when interest rates were at zero, there's a lot of investors that gobbled up 5 and 10 homes, and they're going to be unloading them in the next year or two, and inventory is going to go up, and prices are probably going to have to come down, would be my opinion. I'm hoping to get out of real estate. Hold on, before I talk too much more, let me pour some more coffee. And again, now I got a nice hot pot. And I'm so excited to drink it. Cheers. Thank you for following the host, Sherlock. Good morning, Christina. Did you ever deal with issues of aggression with your mom? Oh, well, I certainly did. But my dad probably did worse. Somebody just asked me if aggression ever came out from my mom, who had dementia. Yeah, think how scary it'd be. Think how scary it'd be to not recognize your family, or not recognize your home, or not know where you are. And there was a time, and it's sad, I think my mom called the police on my dad a few times. She'd probably wake up during the night and be afraid and not know, good morning, two-girl, not know where she was or who she was or what was going on or why she was there or who this strange man was in bed with her. And yeah, it's sad. And again, it's part of life. It's part of aging. I'm 54. Are you serious, Yvonne? Are you serious? Can I remind me? Hello, Margaritaville. I was talking to a buddy last night whose mother seems to be struggling with some memory issues. And, she's not doing too well. But in some ways, I found, let me get back to you. It's not a blessing for sure, but it brought me some peace because I knew the clock was ticking on my mom, and I knew time was limited, and I knew that she wasn't going to be around too much longer. And in some ways, that gives you an opportunity to get some closure, to say you love her, and give her a hug, or as in her later years, she was really on the decline, and she could barely move and barely eat. And, it's weird. You're born helpless as a baby, and before you die, you end up like that too in some cases. And watching my mom do that was tough. But again, I knew it was coming. And when she passed, and it was, I think 3 years ago, it'll be 3 years ago, I think in January 6th. And it was time. And it's been weird, and I've needed her sometimes over the last few years. It's funny, at her ceremony, I got up there and talked a little bit, as family tends to at funerals. And I talked how I thought it was kind of like when, this sounds funny, Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan and Kenobi in the first Star Wars. And suddenly Luke could communicate with Obi-Wan at any time, anywhere. And Obi-Wan was talking down and saying, use the Force, Luke. And in some ways, I feel that way with my mom, that if I need her, and I've needed her the last year, certainly, but I haven't reached out to her as often probably as I should. But if I need to, I can think about her and kind of talk to her in my head, and she'll probably answer in her crazy mom way and say the crazy things she might say. But at least I almost feel she's there, there when you need her. And again, I need to remind myself of that because there's been definitely times over the last year I've needed her. And I wish she was here. And because I think there's only, a mother's love is pretty special. And, not having, I cry a lot. I'm sorry. Not having that around is hard. And, but it was hard for the last 10 years because her love was changing and her ability to love in the same way was changing. And she needed us. And she needed us. So we were loving on her and doing the best. And, it's hard. It's hard. I'm not just an emotional mess the last couple of years or last year. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to drink a little more coffee. Oh, and it's Tuesday morning. It's kind of a gray day. It's fall. I'm ready. It's late fall, early. I think. Thank you, Christina, or I'm sorry, or whatever. I think it's important. I mean, I cry almost every day. It sounds crazy. Maybe I am crazy. I don't know. I cry almost every day. I laugh. I sing. I don't know if I dance, but I laugh and sing. I smile. I giggle. I feel my emotions on my sleeve. If anyone wants, you say it's helpful. Christina, anyone watching right now, watch the top 3 videos I have pinned to my page. One is about the loss of my brother. One is a loss about my beautiful son, Augie. And one is about my drinking abuse, my alcohol abuse that I haven't drank in over 13 months. I'm okay, Amber. How are you? I'm ready for this day. This day has been long coming. I don't want to get too much into it, but it's just something I need to do, and I'm sad that I have to do, but it needs to be done. And I think everyone involved is going to be better off in time, and we'll be able to put that chapter behind us and move forward, and hopefully move forward in a healthy way, in a better situation, in a good way. But I think the beginning of the end, or is it the end of the beginning? The beginning of the end starts today. My mom, actually. Morning, Ken. Make sure you trademark that. Can you trademark a greeting? Hey, Amber, thank you so much for coming across my page. Whirring Dervish! Ashley! Whirring, you missed me crying a minute ago. I always post this on good morning. I always post this over on the tube if anyone wants to see a replay. I'm trying to grow that audience as well and having fun over there. I'm leaving, almost leaving the other social media platforms behind. I've so enjoyed TikTok. I've so enjoyed growing this page. Shave your head, Pizzle. Yeah, it does last forever, Jack Taylor. It does last forever. Thank you, Popsicle, for saying that. When she passed, no, I don't want to say no, it wasn't hard. That sounds... it was just so obviously coming. It was almost a relief. It sounds horrible saying. She was really not in a good place the last year. And talking about my mom who died a few years ago, she was really not in a good place the last year of her life. And what was what was fortunate for me and gives me some peace is she was living out with my sister and my dad out in Rockford, or Rockford area at least. And that she was in a loving home, and she was in a loving home until her last days and died at home. She wasn't put in a nursing home where they kind of drug them up. It's horrible. She had to be there for a while when my dad got sick. My dad got sick for a little while. He had what's called Guillain-Barré syndrome. He had Guillain-Barré syndrome, and I don't know if anyone out there knows what that is, but it's nasty. Kind of paralyzes your whole nervous system. And he was in the hospital for like 6 months when my mom wasn't doing well. So she had to be in a home and he had to be in the hospital, and it was a real tough year visiting both. And I came and visited her, and they had very limiting visiting hours. And one day I came and she was slumped over in her chair, and sorry to hear that. She was slumped over in her chair because, honestly, I think they just drug the crap out of them up. And, And somebody asked earlier, do they ever get aggressive? And if my mind starts going and people are telling me what to do and I don't recognize them, I might get aggressive too. It must be a very scary place to be. And I might start crying again. Yeah. It's nice to think about it. Again, there are days I won't, So it's nice when it comes up. Occasionally I'll have a dream or somebody will ask a question. Somebody asked me on a live show, watching it happen, Christina, watching it happen, knowing it's coming, being ready for it, telling her you love her. If any of your mothers could die today, and I'm not trying to be scary or mean. Happy birthday, Rob in Santa Barbara. Yvonne, are you still there? It's definitely okay to cry. Oh, you're telling that to me. Yvonne, are you still there? I started a thing about a week and a half ago. Is Yvonne still there? Good morning, Cannoli. Where I would sing happy birthday to somebody. I had a guy called Captain Kenny who follows my page and is very supportive and loving. Although, to be honest, when he first started following, he didn't like me at all. Watched my videos, and I think he said he thought I was annoying. Something like that. Maybe I am annoying. I don't know. But a year later, he's still following. Thank you, Christina, for sharing the live. A year later, hi, Cannoli. He's still following, and about a week and a half ago was his birthday. And I thought, I'm a realtor, but I think that's going to end soon. But I like video. I like using video. I never thought I could sing well, but I send video texts. I send video texts out to people, and I sing them happy birthday. And I'll just leave that. I can't. What a weirdo. I'll send video texts out to people and singing them happy birthday. Did you see that comment right there? Did you see that comment right there? Did you see that comment right there? What a weird... No, they are. But I get that a lot because I'm going through a hard time. And due to the publicity of it put on by somebody involved, I have a pack of people that follow me around and hate on me. And it's ridiculous, the viciousness I've taken over the last year. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Look at that. Somebody wrote that. Somebody wrote that. Somebody wrote that. Just think about that. Just think about that. Just think about that. What that person's feeling in their heart. Think about what they're feeling in their heart. Do you think they're going to be kind to people along their path today? Yeah, no, it's always fake accounts. It's always fake accounts. It's always fake accounts. I'm scared. I think I know who it is. And it's sad. And that's why today's going to be a good day. Hate. And that's why today's going to be a good day. And it's an important day for me. And a day I'm going to move forward with, even though I'm going to face it with some sorrow. Thank you. Going to face it with some sorrow, but it's going to be good to be done. And I'm looking forward to that. So I don't want to talk about that. I got to check the time. It's 8:20. I usually talk, thank you. I usually talk for 20, 30 minutes. Is it anybody's birthday? Is it anybody's birthday? Somebody on here said it was their birthday earlier, and I was all excited. I was going to sing them happy birthday, but I was talking about my mom. Didn't seem, I was talking about Alzheimer's and my mom dying. Didn't seem like a good time to cut in and sing happy birthday. But, you need a big audience to have a birthday every day. You need 365 people to have a real good chance to have a birthday. But anyway, Captain Kenny from New Jersey started following me. It was his birthday a week and a half ago. I send video texts and where I sing happy birthday and try and say a few nice words to the person. Yeah. She's only 56. I'm 54. Yeah, my mom started showing around 70, And that's kind of what I realized over the last couple of years. I wasn't happy with where my life was. I wasn't happy in my relationships. I wasn't happy with how I was spending my days. I wasn't happy with my career or my financial status or a bunch of other things. And 13 months ago today, I decided it all had to change. And I haven't had a drink since. And a lot's gone on in a lot of different areas of my life. Yeah, sorry. A lot's gone on in a lot of different areas of my life. And life's not perfect. People think, but life's better without drinking. I'm not even tempted. Occasionally somebody will reach out and go, are you still sober? I don't even know if sober, I don't know. I just don't drink. I don't know. I don't do cocaine either. So it's not like I'm cured from cocaine, if that makes sense. Hello there. I never did cocaine. And I used to drink a lot, but I just said one day it wasn't making me happy. I think I'm more than giving it a rest, Amber. I didn't like it anymore. I needed it. I wanted it. I craved it all the time. And it's a kind of a boring subject for me because I've beaten it to death, but it comes up a lot. And again, hangovers suck. But the worst thing is, if I was still drinking, it'd be 8:30 in the morning now, and I'd be wondering when I'm going to have my first beer. I'd go, okay, I got the appointment at 10. I could get home by 11 and maybe crack a Heineken. I'll be worth it because I'll be through, Yeah, well, okay, that must be horrible. I'm fortunate. I don't think I was ever physically addicted. Sorry about that, John. Well, welcome back. For me, it really hasn't, Amber. For me, it really hasn't. I don't know why. I don't think it was in my blood. I think it was just a coping mechanism that I was using. I thought so for a while. Hey, congratulations to you, Ty. Awesome job, bud. I thought stopping alcohol, because I did a video. The top, one of the ones pinned to the top is a really good video about me drinking Heineken, and I probably average 8 beers a day for 30 years. And that's like 1,200 calories a day, or half the calories I drink. What was I going to say? Oh, I thought I'd lose a bunch of weight, and I think I did for about a week. Yeah, good for you, Donald. Isn't it? And if you're like me, it's probably not the hangover or the fuzziness, and that sucks. But it's the waking up in the morning going, like for me, I used to smoke pot going, wait, do I have any pot left? Oh, yeah, I got a couple buds. Oh, I got plenty. I can smoke all day. Sounds so pitiful. Or if I was running low, I got only 6 hits left. What am I going to do? I'm going to run out, or can I ration it through the day? It really sounds so pitiful, but that's the way I thought. Or I'd think, oh, I got 5 Heinekens in the fridge. What am I going to do? That might not be enough. I might want 10. I'll have to go to Walgreens and pick up some more. Honey, will you pick some up on the way home? Every other day. Good morning to you. And again, pot is the same thing for me. I know it's funny because it's illegal in Illinois. Almost the minute they made it legal, I stopped. I think I just wanted to be a bad boy. I've never been a bad boy. Yeah, it does. Everything kind of is a mush of nothing. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Ty. Thank you, Popsicle. Yeah, it's so funny because I get called fake a lot. I don't know how I could be fake. How am I being fake? Like that person earlier called me an actor. I'm live. Must be a hell of an actor. It's amazing I live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home and can barely pay my rent. I'm such an amazing actor. I'm not perfect. If she's trying to say I'm pretending to be perfect, I don't want anyone out there to think I'm perfect because I'm not perfect at all. I'm probably cocky. I'm loud. I know. I get angry at times. I have a lot of highs and lows. I get sad a lot. And, I'm far from perfect. So maybe that's what the person's thinking. Let's just assume that that's what they're thinking. Let's have a little more coffee. So anyway, I've talked about 25 minutes. I got 107 people watching. My audience is bigger than it's been all day. Thank you. Yeah, and I do a lot of videos. And every morning I do a video where I have my first sip of coffee. I already have, Jack. I'm drinking the pumpkin. Thank you, Shannon. I am drinking the, not pumpkin spice, the peppermint mocha today. And because I kind of woke up stressed and sad, I put on I'm not sad, I guess, I'm just emotional, Santa Claus socks as well. I find, it's funny, I got socks in there that mean things to me. I got socks that say awesome dad, or you're awesome, or you're amazing. And they sell them online. If anyone's out there needs a boost every once in a while, it seems crazy, but I'll tell you what, you put on, hello Clearwater, you put on a pair of socks that says you're an awesome mom, you're an awesome dad, you're wonderful. You know, for that moment, you feel better. And all day, anytime you're thinking of your feet, you're going, hey, I got socks that say I'm awesome. Well, thank you, Popsicle. And, hey, thank you so much, honey. Why am I bold or bald? I appreciate you guys following. This is so fun. I've never been an overnight success. I'm kind of a grinder. I'm very consistent. I go live every day. I do a morning video every day of me having my first sip and talking for 5 to 8 minutes or so. And it grows every day. And I looked at the chart the other day of my, I've got to read a lot. Yeah, I did, Jack Taylor. Wow. A lot of good stuff to read there. But anyway, I looked at the chart of my followers, and it kind of goes like this. I think some people probably do some video, and they get 10 million views, and they get 10,000 followers, and I've never had any video go viral. Nothing's that brilliant that I'm saying, or that funny, or that worthwhile. But I think slow and steady wins the race, and I think... it's funny, I think I'm a tortoise despite being a track and cross-country runner most of my life. And thank you. I've heard that, actually. I've heard that I should do voiceover. And it's funny, I've talked about it before. I hated my voice growing up because you hear yourself talk inside and you sound a certain way, and then you hear a recording of yourself and you go, oh, that doesn't sound like me. But due to technology, it's a lot easier to hear recording. Also in the audience, there's a lot of us. I'd be nervous. Would I be nervous? My palms just got sweaty just thinking about it. I'd love to be a speaker. I'd love to talk. I guess I am. I'd love to do this. Hope you're back. There, you're back. Are you back? Did you guys lose you guys? You were frozen? I got a call coming in. It's weird. I bought a new phone the other day. Not the other day, probably 2 months ago. The iPhone 14. Thank you. Come on back. Welcome back. What do they say? Leave them wanting something more. I was frozen. I hate that. I got a call coming in. My Do Not Disturb doesn't work on my new phone. It's the weirdest thing. Apple switched to, what do they call it? Focus or something. And you got to push a couple different buttons. It's a lot more complicated. And it doesn't work. I get calls despite being Do Not Disturb. Maybe I should take it into the Apple store. I probably should. I got an Apple store in my town in Naperville, and I should take it in and get that worked out. I can help you out with it. I can connect. You follow me, Matt? Do I like the new iPhone? I really don't know. It works. Okay, I'll look you up. It's frozen again? I hate that. Take it in probably just a setting. Yeah, something's weird. And I tried to reset it, but either way, it works. My last phone had what's called a ghost touch, and I'd be trying to do these videos, and I don't know, I'd start calling people or texting people, or the screen would start moving, or LinkedIn would open up, or this app would shut down, and it was so stressful. Because, again, I am a realtor by trade, and needing to make a phone call or send a text and having your phone, yeah, I'm in Naperville, do all sorts of crazy things isn't what you want in a phone. I might take it into the Apple store. I'll try and find you, though, Matt Hammer, sports fan. Sometimes it's tricky, though. Where's my coffee? It's right here. I've already talked for 30 minutes. I wasn't even sure. Oh, I talk to myself constantly. I talk out loud. It's not even internal. I'll take my dog Holly for a walk. I mean, I got a lot going on, and I got to day today that I'm a little stressed out about, but I'll be, it's embarrassing. At the store, I've got a little angel named Augie. Holly's right over there catching some snoozes. She's usually demanding I pet her when I talk to my phone, but she's not today. Any big plans for today? Jack, I have a very important meeting at 10. I'll touch base. And again, I don't want to dive too into it. It's a personal, yucky thing. But I got a big meeting at 10, and I'm nervous about it. And I woke up early and haven't, loved it. Good morning from Corpus Christi. Thank you all for watching. How am I going to turn off on 130 people? I need a TV show. I think so, too. Thank you. Follow the post. Share my page. Help me grow. I'm slow and steady. I like slow and steady, but fast and steady would be super cool. I think there's certain levels you need to hit to monetize. I think I should do this professionally. I think you guys get something from this, and so do I. It's a win-win. You feel good with me sharing my stuff, sharing a little bit about life. And again, I was a realtor for 17 years. Nothing I ever did. Nobody ever loved me that much. You guys like me. Who said that? What actress said that? She was in the mother in, I don't know. You guys like me. You really, Sally Field. Thank you, Jack Taylor. You really, really like me. This dude's speaking Sally Field, yeah. You sound like Jerry Seinfeld. I heard that before, too, and I've always have. And I didn't even watch Seinfeld for the first 3 or 4 years it was on TV. I became totally addicted. But I remember it was my brother's bachelor party, and I think we were whitewater rafting in Colorado, and some guy said, you sound like Seinfeld. And I go, I don't even know what you mean. And started watching it, and I love that show. Such a simple show. Such a great show. It was best, I think, in the middle years. I'd say, like 93 to 95 or something like that. Yeah, if you're talking about eating the muffin tops or whatever. What am I going to do? I got 133 people watching today. I feel horrible. No, I'm not going to say anything funny. I'm worried. I'm the Muffin Man. I don't even know why that would be funny. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? I'm not even sure why that's funny. When you said the Muffin, I was thinking of Newman in the Seinfeld where he was the cleaner. And Elaine realized that everyone just likes the muffin tops. Oh, I've never watched Shrek. Everyone just likes the muffin tops. So she opened a store called like Muffin Tops or Top of the Morning to You, I think it was. And it was Top of the Morning to You. So she donated the muffin bottoms to the homeless shelter. And this big woman came in and started yelling at her going, well, you think the homeless only want the muffin bottoms? Or whatever, she said, something like that. And it was just so funny. So they had Newman coming in like a Ferrari with a big thing of milk, and he went to town eating the muffin bottoms. And it was just so funny. It was so funny. Yeah, Newman. When the chicken, what was the name of the chicken place right outside of Jerry's window? And he traded rooms with Kramer. Because his buddy from college, who was super successful, lost his job because he met Jerry for a cup of coffee instead of going to some important meeting. So he worked as an assistant manager at this Kenny Rogers, at this chicken shop across the street. And it had this big, bright light. No, it's Kenny Rogers, I think. Big, bright light, and it kept Seinfeld awake, and Kramer went in there because he loved the chicken so much. And Newman went and ordered the chicken because he loved it, and also ordered broccoli. And that's when Jerry realized that Newman was buying it for Kramer, because Newman, a big guy as he is, and apparently an unhealthy man, would never eat broccoli. Holly is right there. And he made Newman put a piece of broccoli in his mouth, and he spat it out and goes, vile weed. Funny show. Many good memories. But anyway, I've been talking for 36 minutes, and I so appreciate you guys watching today and joining and following along. I got some things I got to take care of. I hope you've enjoyed our morning together. I hope you've enjoyed your coffee. I know I've enjoyed mine. I hope you tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I hope you're feeling good with where you are. I hope you're excited about your Tuesday. I hope you are living in the moment. Again, I struggle with this. I think about the future too much in a week or 2 weeks or 2 hours down the road and get stressed. And if we just live in the moment, that I'm a man sitting here with my dog right there, and I got this great cup of coffee, and I got a bunch of people tuning in, your mind's in a good place. But when you think about future events, that's where anxiety and stress is. And, I've spent too much of my life worrying about the future and not living in the now. So I'd encourage you to live in the now. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye. What are you talking about?